back to my channel. My name is Mia. Today I have a huge collective haul for you. I'll actually be dividing this video into two parts because it's such a large amount of books. Like, I don't think I've ever gathered this many books total, and I don't know how to make a short video with all of them. So what I'll do is I'll divide it into two sections. The first is going to be all actual books, and the second one is going to be all the comic books or graphic novels that I've gathered. So that's how I'll organize myself a little bit more. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So the first two books that I want to share with you guys are these two kids books that I found, and I thought they were super cute, so I wanted to have them. I love kids books as well. I just don't have a large collection of them. I have a few more, but they're at my mom's house, and I just don't have a huge collection of them here. Anyways, this is one of them. This is Prince Siddhartha, and this is the story of Buddha, and this is by Jonathan Landau and Janet Brooke, and I think it's so cute. It's full of illustrations, and the illustrations are absolutely stunning in the inside. I've actually not read this story yet, this particular version of the story of Buddha yet, but I will read it soon, I hope. It's just so cute and adorable. I thought it would probably be a beautiful story, and I just wanted to have it. I think I was really into the whole Buddha spirit at the moment because I got myself another Buddha children's story, and this is I Once Was a Monkey, and these are stories that Buddha used to tell his apprentices, which is kind of cool. And this one I already read. This is by Jean M. Lee, and I really enjoyed it. The illustrations on this ones are quite different. They're all completely different from the previous one, but I thought they were still beautiful, and the stories were the best part. They were absolutely beautiful stories with a lot of teaching in them, and I think they would make wonderful kids stories if I have kids. The first book that I have here is this one here, The Babylon Wright by Tom Knox. It says in the back that journalist Adam Blackwood has just been handed the story of a lifetime. Something is hidden in the famous Knights Templar chapel of Rosslyn that could unlock the greatest mystery of the medieval Templars, until the one man who could decipher the final clue commits a grotesque suicide. Adam sets out to learn why. In Peru, anthropologist Jess Silvertongue is researching the remnants of the Moche, a bloodthirsty, sexually voracious, lost Stone Age civilization. Amid the toxic turmoil of local gangs and corrupt politicians, her dogged pursuit for answers will lead Jess to cross paths with Adam as they unearth the ancient secret that enthralled the conquistadors, horrified the church, and is threatening to re-emerge with catastrophic consequences. It sounds super duper interesting. I can't wait to get into this story. I also have Girl Against the Universe, and what happens when the girl who's lost everything meets the boy who has it all. And this is a young adult book. It says in the inside, Maguire is a bad luck. No matter how many charms she buys off the internet or good luck rituals she performs each morning, horrible things happen when Maguire is around. Like that time the roller coaster jumped off its tracks. Or the time the house next door caught on fire. Or that time her brother, father, and uncle were all killed in a car crash, and Maguire walked away with barely a scratch. It's safest for Maguire to hide out in her room, where she can cause less damage to avoid new people who she could hurt. But then she meets Jordy, an aspiring tennis star. Jordy is confident, talented, and lucky, and he's convinced he can help Maguire break her unlucky streak. Maguire knows that the best thing she can do for Jordy is to stay away, but it turns out staying away is harder than she thought. And this is from Paula Stokes. It sounds really cute and interesting. I think I'll like it. We'll see. I can't wait to get into it. The next book is another young adult book, and this is My Lady Jane. And this is by Cynthia Hand, Brodie Ashton, and Judy Meadows. So in the inside it says, Long live the King Edward. Edward is the King of England. He's also dying, which is inconvenient as he's only 16. Then we've got Jane. Jane is Edward's cousin and far more interested in books than in romance. Unfortunately for Jane, Edward has arranged to marry her off to secure the line of succession, and there's something a little odd about her intended. And then we've got Gifford, or G. He is a horse. That is, he is an Ethian for the uninitiated. Every day at dawn he becomes a noble chestnut steed, but then he wakes at dusk with a mouthful of hay. It's all very undignified. And the plot is that as Edward, Jane, and G are drawn into a dangerous conspiracy with the fate of the kingdom at stake, our heroes will have to engage in some conspiring of their own. But can they pull off their plan before it's off with their heads? We do not know. We will have to wait until we read it and find out. Then I got The Weight of Blood, and this is a novel by Laura McHugh. I hope I pronounced that last name correctly. And this novel is about the town of Henbane sits deep in the Ozark Mountains. Folks there still whisper about Lucy Dane's mother, a bewitching stranger who appeared long enough to marry Carl Dane and then vanished when Lucy was just a child. Now on the brink of adulthood, Lucy experiences another loss when her friend Sherry disappears, as is then found murdered. Her body placed on display for all to see. Lucy's family has deep roots in the Ozarks, part of a community that is fiercely protective of its own. Yet despite her close ties to the land and despite her family's influence, Lucy, darkly beautiful as her mother was, is always thought of by those around her as her mother's daughter. When Sherry disappears, Lucy is hunted by the two lost girls, the mother she never knew and the friend she couldn't save, and sets out with the help of a local boy, Daniel, to uncover the mystery behind Sherry's death. What Lucy discovers is a secret that pervades the secluded Missouri hills, and beyond that horrific revelation is a more personal one concerning what happened to her mother more than a decade earlier. I am super excited about this. It sounds very, very interesting. It sounds dark, which I like. So I hope to read this one soon. I hope it's as good as I think it will be. Then I also got this little thing right here by Stephen Bobbins, whom I've never read anything from. The novel is called The Burned Palace, and in the back here it says, the sleepy community of Brewster, Rhode Island, is just like any other small American town. It's a place where most of its inhabitants will die blocks from where they were born, where gossip spreads like wildfire, and the big weekend entertainment is the inevitable fight at the local bar. But recently, something out of the ordinary, perhaps even supernatural, has been stirring. While packs of coyotes gather and a baby is stolen and replaced with a snake, a series of inexplicably violent acts confounds Detective Woody Potter and inspires terror in the locals. A Richard Russo small-town tableau crossed with a Stephen King thriller, The Burned Palace is a darkly funny, twisted portrait of chaos and paranoia that keeps readers guessing until the final pages. Oh my gosh, this sounds so amazing right now. I wish I could just pick this up right now and just read it. If it wasn't because I do have a few things that I'm currently reading, but you know, I may pick it up anyways and start reading it. It sounds so great. I'm super excited to have this. This here is by Karen Slaughter and it's called Cup Town, and it's a novel. And let's see. Atlanta, 1974. As a brutal murder and a furious manhunt rock the city's police department, Kate Murphy wonders if her first day on the job will also be her last. She is determined to defy her privileged background by making her own way, wearing a badge and carrying a gun. But for a beautiful young woman, life will be anything but easy in the macho world of the Atlanta PD, where even the female cops have little mercy for rookies. It's also the worst day possible to start, given that a beloved cop has been gunned down. His brothers in blue are out for blood and the city is on the edge of war. Kate isn't the only woman on the force who's feeling the heat. Maggie Lawson followed her uncle and brother into the ranks to prove her worth in their cynical eyes. When she and Kate, her new partner, are pushed out to the citywide search for a cop killer, their fury, pain, and pride finally reach the boiling point. With a killer poised to strike again, they will pursue their own line of investigation, risking everything as they venture into the city's darkest heart. Sounds very interesting. Actually, I haven't read a cop book in a very long time. I mean, it's been years since the last time that I picked up a cop or a detective book, which makes me kind of excited for reading another one again because it's been so long. I wonder if I still enjoy them as much as I used to. Who knows? I'll let you know once I read it. So the next two books are baby related books because my husband and I decided that we would really like to have a baby sometime in the near future, so why not get prepared ahead of time? I got super excited. I went online, bought books. What can I say? So the first book that I have here is this one here called Beautiful Babies, and this is by Kristen Michaelis. And this will have facts about nutrition for fertility, pregnancy, breastfeeding, and babies' first foods, which sounds great. It had great, fantastic reviews. It's got, I believe, also, yes, it does. It's got recipes towards the end, which is fantastic. Last book on this part of the haul is called Guide to a Healthy Pregnancy, and this is the Mayo Clinic book, and it also had amazing reviews. I think this has everything about pregnancy. So it's got information about before you get pregnant, it has information about your entire pregnancy, month by month, what to expect, what to do. It's just supposed to be a complete guide to pregnancy. These are all the books for the part 1 of this book haul. I hope you guys enjoyed this. A lot of the books in this haul were books that I received on my monthly subscription boxes, which I had not had the opportunity to do an unboxing video for you guys. And those subscription boxes are Uppercase and the Bookcase That Club box. So I'll have their website link down below in case you want to check them out. I couldn't remember exactly which books I got on each month, which is why I didn't mention it, but obviously the YA books I got in Uppercase and the other thriller books I got in the Bookcase That Club subscription, since that is the genre that I decided to get. Which actually, I think I'm gonna change that just because I've already gathered so many books in that genre and they have so many other options. I think I'm gonna go on their website and see if there's a way that I can just change the genre that I get every month so that I can start collecting books in a different genre. I don't quite know which genre yet. I think that the least amount of books that I have at the moment are from the romance genre and maybe sci-fi. I'm sorry, I just lost my voice all in a very weird way. Anyways, I think I'm gonna consider one of those two genres because like I already get young adults and I don't know. I have to see the options that I have, but if I do change it, I'll let you guys know my next unboxing for that subscription box. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you'd like to see more of my videos. And I'll see you again very soon with part 2 of this haul. Bye!